Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. We've got big XRP news, Bitcoin news, and news about Dave Portnoy getting caught up in some pretty wild stuff. And to be honest with you, my heart goes out to him because I understand what he's going through. I'm going to share with you what's happening with him at the end of this and actually what happens with me, deals that I have to turn down, deals that are offered to me. It's actually a pretty dark, scary world out there. But the thing is with crypto, I want you to understand this exact same scenario happens in stocks, okay? So first off, if you own XRP, do me a favor, type it down below. And again, I have not sold any of my XRP. I'm not going to be selling any of my XRP until it hits $12, and I'll let you know what I'm doing then. Oh, one last thing. This is the last day for the current price of the pre-filming discount of Crypto DeFi Pro. I'm going to give you so much value. It's stupid. I'm not joking. If you want the link down below, you'll get that course and my crypto picks. You're going to know what I'm buying and when I'm selling and when. Okay. So if you want those, links down below. All right. Let's see here. Okay. XRP. There's a lot of big XRP news. Now we've covered this before, but I think it's going to get bigger and bigger. Why is airplane mode on? It's because I was flying yesterday. All right, let's turn off airplane mode. Let's get to this XRP. There's a company called SBI, and they are really being forced or pressured to start an XRP buyback. And I believe this is actually going to happen one day. And when it does, it's going to be huge. Swiss firm pushes SBI to launch an XRP buyback, citing undervaluation. It says here on the 16th of February, Swiss investment firm GAM Investments has called on SBI Holdings to adopt an ambitious strategy for its XRP holdings by implementing a buyback program. In an open letter to SBI, CEO Katato, I'm not going to even try and pronounce that one, GAM argued that the Japanese financial giant is significantly undervalued, largely due to the market's failure to fully account for its substantial stake in Ripple Labs and its extensive XRP reserves. So now think about this. There are a lot of people that don't value XRP. I, for one, do. I know its value based on how long Ripple's been working on that code, on that ledger, getting banks and governments to buy in, understand what it is, buy actual XRP. And then obviously there's the SEC case. When you think about this, you have this company, this large company, SBI, that has this large hoard of XRP. And it's an incredible idea. Think about what MicroStrategy has done for Bitcoin. If you guys can all agree that that was amazing, what Michael Saylor's work and going out on social media around the world and taking Wall Street by storm. If it was a big deal, type 1 down below. I personally believe that Michael Saylor has done more for the movement in Bitcoin than anyone else almost since its inception, because he caught it at a prime time to be able to wake a lot of Wall Street investors up. So this would be akin to what Michael Saylor did if this company starts buying it back, because it would show a lot. The news would just get explosive and you would see XRP's price going up. Now it says here, GAM highlighted a disparity between SBI's market capitalization, which stands in the 1.2 trillion yen range, and the estimated value of its indirect Ripple holdings, which exceeded 1.6 trillion Japanese yen. Think about this. It has indirect holdings of more than its entire company's valuation. It's a big deal, right? All right, let's move on to the next story. Got a lot to cover here. Stand by. Oh, come on, Ninja, get it together. All right, we'll delete that one. All right, next one. Where is it? Altcoin warning. Nope, that's not it. Jeez, oh, Ninja, get it together. So it's always awkward when it's live. Here we go. A global Bitcoin race. Now, we've been talking about this a lot, and Forbes, to be honest with you, is failing as a news media company. How many of you guys follow Forbes and have noticed that the news is all identical? Type 2 if you notice that. It's getting bad. Forbes is trying so hard to be relevant as a business publication now. All it's doing is trying to clickbait the crap out of you guys and me. But this one worked. I'm going to show you why. It says, buckle up. Global Bitcoin race suddenly begins as price braces for important Trump update. Now, I would like to let the people at Forbes know that whoever writes these stories, oh, this is Billy. Oh, Billy. should probably get fired, but okay, I'm going to explain why in a second. Bitcoin has seen its Donald Trump-induced price rally stall in recent weeks, despite Trump advisor and Tesla billionaire Elon Musk sparking a potential Federal Reserve crisis. It says the price hovering just under 100,000 per Bitcoin, blah, 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 blah. It says here, it says now, as Wall Street giant Goldman Sachs quietly confirms it's buying into Bitcoin, Abu Dhabi's sovereign wealth fund has revealed its betting on Bitcoin, kicking off a global adoption race as Trump's crypto czar David Sachs teases an important announcement. Okay, let me explain something. Oh gosh, I hope you understand this. By the time you hear it in the news, it's too late. Have you ever heard that term? Type 3 if you have. Or yes or no. Just type yes or no. The reason why it's so important that you understand that, especially in crypto, and I have to do this myself. I know it's hard to believe because I'm just a little crypto or YouTube guy, but I've been involved in crypto for nearly 10 years. And what's happening is they don't come out and tell you that they're going to buy Bitcoin or they're into Bitcoin or, yeah, Bitcoin's sort of cool until they've already bought a ton of Bitcoin. They're doing it very quietly. I'll give you an example. There are companies that I've been reaching out to just to do over-the-counter purchases. And pretty soon I'm going to reach out to a couple large crypto exchanges, because when I buy my position, I've been in this for a long time. I know it sounds funny because I do videos on tricycles and cardboard, never going to stop that, but I've been doing this for a long time. And when I buy, it moves the market. And so I can't just grow out and start buying on exchanges. So I have to do these OTC deals. That's what's been going on with BlackRock for years and years and years. They've been buying up so much darn Bitcoin, it's insane. And then they came out and said, hey, you know what? We think everyone should have a little Bitcoin. They're pumping their own bags, right? And then you also see these news stories come out where they say, hey, BlackRock just sold a ton of Bitcoin. All they did was sell it to a subsidiary, went to a different wallet, scared the piss out of a bunch of retail investors, and then they went and bought up a bunch more in another wallet. It's sad to see. I'm watching it for the last 3 or 4 years with XRP. Where I used to be on the XRP list was at a certain point. Now I'm way down here because I'm watching banks load up wallets that will blow your mind. And I think it's really important that people understand this because, and we're going to get to this Dave Portnoy stuff, because once you see it for what it is, you know how to strategize and buy and sell at the proper time. Sorry, I'm trying to get out of the sunlight. I don't have my tripod with me today. Okay, so I hope you get something out of that. All right, so let's do this. Where are we going? Okay, that's all I wanted to cover with Forbes. That's all Forbes is good for. All right, here we go. Ooh, one of those team members are calling me right now. I got to get off this real quick. Okay, here we go. Okay, Javier Milei, you know me with pronunciations, right now is facing impeachment over endorsing a $107 million crypto rug pull. And I'm going to pull in what Dave Portnoy has been doing, okay? Because Dave's all of a sudden decided to start catching news headlines with crypto assets, all right? And I don't think it should get a lot of credit when you say, hey, I bought $1 million in XRP, and everyone's freaking out thinking it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. That's probably less than 1% of his net worth. I don't consider that a real, a real feat, right? Now, if somebody owned, let's say, half their net worth in XRP, would you agree if somebody owned half their net worth in XRP and they're not selling it, a big deal? Type yes or no. I'm just curious. Because you see all these rich people out there getting all these headlines. I don't think it's really that impressive. Okay, Milei now faces the risk of impeachment after the Argentina's fintech chamber has acknowledged the case may be a rug pull. It says here, Milei met with mysterious crypto entrepreneur Hayden Mark Davis, remember that name, on January 30th, who was presented to the president as an infrastructure partner for the project. This project is called, let me blank it again, it is the, come on now. Oh, come on. The Libra project, right? The Libra blockchain project. And what happened is a bunch of insiders, I want to say it was 8 wallets, flooded the market and dumped over $100 million worth of coins on the market and dropped the price 94%. It's a big deal, right? Well, let's go into this next story. And this ties this in because all of a sudden, it's all the news is Dave Portnoy loses 5.34 million in the Libra token crash, right? It says O'Neill described the situation as a rigged game, discovering that multiple insiders with connections to Libra were reimbursed millions after devastating trading losses. I'm going to teach you how to avoid this stuff in a second. In a shocking turn of events, influencer and Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy suffered a massive loss. Boo-hoo. Watch this. Let's go to the next story. Dave, here we go. Dave Portnoy just came out and made a announcement. Dave Portnoy claims he returned 6 million Libra tokens to the founder. He says Portnoy said he did not get bad vibes from Hayden Davis. Remember, this is the guy that met with the president. And believes the young tech entrepreneur did not intentionally rug pull investors. So he's trying to save face himself and save this guy. It says here, Dave Portnoy recently disclosed that he returned the 6 million Libra tokens to the project's founder, Hayden Davis, which he received as a payment for agreeing to promote the project. Now, this is dangerous. I have never received crypto to promote anything. The only thing I've ever done, and it's only one time actually, is try and do a large over-the-counter purchase of something, a project that I really like, and quite frankly, that I own 6 figures of, but that's not even going to work out. It says here, according to Portnoy, he received the funds to Davis after the Libra founder told Portnoy not to disclose that the project compensated him for promoting the token on social media. So you've got a lot of these guys. There are people with millions of subscribers. All they do is get paid to pump and dump. All right. I'm not going to name who they are because I'm going to have to find myself a lawsuit really quick, but it's super easy to prove this stuff. So like when I talk about a crypto project, it's something that I've already purchased. I'm not going to sell, and I let you guys know what I'm buying and why I'm buying it, right? There's a dangerous line of, and it's straight up responsibility on my part and every other investor's part around the world where, and you've seen me do this. Let me give you an example. XCN, type 10 or type XCN if you remember me coming out and saying, hey, I bought this. I'm not going to sell right now, but I think that you guys should take some profits. I'm not going to. I can take this hit. How many of you guys remember me saying that? XCN, right? So I give you guys 24, 48 hours to say, hey, this is a good spot to take some profits. You guys have made like 4, 5, 600% of your money. I'd take some profits, pull back. And I said, exactly, double your original investment, right? That was my goal to watch you do it. I said, I could take the hit. And if you knew more about me, you'd trust me, the SEC would sit back and go, gosh darn, you're doing it the right way. This is how you're supposed to become wealthy. Okay. And so what happens is then the next day I said, okay, I'm going to pull back some profits. I don't remember how much I pulled back at that time. It was like 10, I think it was 10% or 15%. Then some bad news hit about XCN. And I came out and I said, all right, guys. And we're topping on the price. It was like almost 5 cents, I believe, or maybe 4. I don't remember. I said, look, this is bad news about Justin Sun and all this stuff. I'm going to pull some profits. I suggest you do a little bit too. Guess what? It did. Wow. Slammed down. Now, I've told you this about other projects as well. And I am the first to buy and the last to sell. That's just how it works, right? This is how every investor does. Warren Buffett, you don't know what he buys until it comes out in legal proceedings, quarterly filings, things like that. You don't know what he sold until it's disclosed. This is how it works. But there's a difference between somebody sitting there and selling into a pump and somebody sitting there and going, I'm not selling. Like that bad AI token you guys have seen. I haven't sold any. And there is the opportunity for people to dump on that project, Swiftcoin project, ACH, Onyx Coin, XRP, all this stuff. There are always going to be larger holders above you that at a certain point, they've been waiting for a price pump and they want to dump into it. That's just the facts. Well, right here, you've got Dave Portnoy sitting here going, hey, I was given tokens to promote it. That all needs to be disclosed. And in here, check this out. This came from Dave, and I understand what he's going through right here. He said, I can't accept coins if you don't, bad word, let me say that you gave me coins and I'm a part of the project. So I literally sent the coins back. This is all going on before any of this, bad word, before I knew this was a disaster. I know exactly what Dave Portnoy is going through. I've seen it and been a part of that myself, where companies come to you and they go, hey, we'd like to hook you up. We want to give you money. And I say, okay. And I start putting the disclosures together and they, no, don't say it. We want it to look organic. This really happens. We want it to look organic. We want you to tell people that this is an amazing project. There are YouTube channels. I know them personally. They are sitting there lying to your face, saying that they own it. They think it's amazing. They don't own one share, one token. They're straight up liars. But you know, in this game, what they do, this country is so litigious that when you expose the truth, they just sit there and, we're going to sue you. We're going to stop everything. And then you've got to fight your way to prove that you're right. It's a sad world. So my heart goes out to Dave because I know he's going through. And if he sits there and accepted the coins without having that in writing, well, that's on him. But now he's backpedaling. This is what you got to do. He's now caught in a total dump. That's where this is really dangerous. That's actually why I set up that DeFi course the way I did, because the group was getting too big and I start talking. I'm like, hey guys, I bought this coin, and people run out, don't do any due diligence. They don't know crap about it and they just go buy. That's greed. It's a spirit of greed. You need to seriously rebuke that. Now, I'm not joking. You're always going to fail if you have the spirit of greed on you. People all around me have got the spirit of greed on them. I'm trying my hardest not to be affected by that. But you know the cool thing, I believe, honestly, truly, when you tithe and you're giving money, it's very hard for that to overtake you. Did not mean to say that, but it's true. We've got some incredible times ahead, but there are some really dangerous things coming out. I'm going to start working on a course on how to research these projects, how you can actually identify some of these projects are going to dump on you based on the size of the wallets, what they've been doing, things like that, how they advertise, stuff like that. Because you need to see what's behind the veil, what's behind the wall of these. It happens with stocks too. These smaller microcap companies that just want to pump and dump. It's a scary thing, and I don't want you a part of it. I've been a part of a lot of them where I bought something when I first started and they just dumped. The market just dumped and I didn't know what I was doing. So I learned the hard way. So I'll teach you all guys that in the future. I'm going to try and start filming that next week. But my point being is, if you want the DeFi course, the link's down below. It's the last day for this sale. I've still got, I think, 10 videos to upload. But right now, you're going to see a couple of the coin picks. They're doing well. I'm excited where they're at. If they come down any more, I'm going to be doubling my positions. All right, that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.